1.
Hello, we have pervious surfaces by Emmy, Megan, myself, and Leah. So what is a pervious surface? So a pervious surface is, it allows stormwater to drain into the soil and to be filtered naturally instead of contributing to stormwater runoff, which would make the watershed dirtier. And it helps prevent floods because the water won't pile up on top of, surfaces. And there, right here's a description, like the actual description off of Wikipedia or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much what a pervious surface is. So the rationale of what it is it keeps, like I said before, keeps the watershed cleaner, it stops floods, or it prevents floods, and it stops the trash flowing with the water to get to the watersheds. So it just contributes to keeping everything cleaner and keeping nature good.
So you might be wondering, how does it work? Next slide. So there are solid concrete pavers that are placed on top of 2 open graded sub-bases. These bases will allow water to pass through into a draining system, and the draining system collects water over time and it drains into this pipe, and you can hook the pipe up to wherever you want, so that's beneficial. Next one. This is a picture of it as well. It just shows that water can filter through it really easily. So the main issue with impervious surfaces, such as concrete and asphalt, is that they cause thermal pollution. Thermal pollution is the degradation of water quality by any process that changes water temperature. So when it rains, stormwater sits on top of pavement before flowing into the drain. From the drain, water flows into our sewage systems that go directly into Lamberton Creek, right here. Our group suggests to use a pervious surface such as porous concrete to help manage stormwater runoff. We believe this is especially important for this specific project. Using regular concrete and asphalt will not drain water, but it will pollute it instead. We know that sewage systems around here go directly into Lamberton Creek, which is located in a neighborhood just off of Knapp. And in order to save this small body of water, porous concrete is the way to go. It will drain stormwater without polluting it, and it will filter the water appropriately before draining into the creek.
So pervious pavement is a natural water filtration system that is very progressive and a great substitute for impervious surfaces like concrete and stuff like that. Some areas that pervious pavement would work well in is on well-drained soils and on flat or gentle slopes. These surfaces could be used as like sidewalks, parking lots, or even parks and playgrounds. However, there are some areas where this method wouldn't be very proactive, such as gas stations, truck stops, or really any areas with large amounts of contamination. One other place that it would not be beneficial is places near groundwater drinking supplies, so you wouldn't want to have dirty water. Obviously, man-made pervious surfaces take a lot of effort, and not just anyone could accomplish these tasks. These projects take highly qualified contractors. Prior to starting the installation, they need to analyze the site in which they're installing the surface. And in addition to creating the pavement, it must also be maintained like 2 to 4 times per year, and they also need to educate the faculty and staff of where the surface is going to be located at.
Okay, some risks that would come into effect with pervious surfaces would be the low durability on it, so cracking in the concrete, and then if it has low durability, contaminated runoff can come out from inside the soil and run off into streets and go into drains. And then clogging could happen, so if like the ground wasn't soft enough or can't absorb the water, it would cause floods and damage some sort of areas. Some benefits that with having pervious surfaces, it would replenish groundwater, which would be good for aquifers. Safety issues would come about, such as black ice during the winter. But with pervious surfaces, the water can just drain down through and then go into the soil. It removes pollutants and it goes into the soil, such as any leakage, like around chemical plants. It would go into the ground and not go into our storm drains. And then relating to thermal pollution to our project, water does not heat up because the pervious surfaces would have holes inside them that would let the water go through. And then the cost for these items, so porous concrete would be 50 cents to $1 per square foot, and then for porous asphalt it would be either $1 to $2 to $6.50 per square foot, and interlocking would be either from $5 to $10 per square foot.
So there are many pervious pavement corporations popping up all over, and I did some research and actually found one pretty close to where we're located. Porous Pave Incorporated of Grant, Michigan is a company that has done many projects using pervious pavement. Some of their projects include tree surrounds in Grand Rapids, and they actually put these in before Art Prize of 2015. And those help not just the trees grow, but it makes it look nicer. They did a hospital entrance in Green Bay because there was a lot of flooding problems that they had. And then one of their nicer projects was the rooftop patio at West Michigan Symphony. And it really ties together their want for a greener space, and of course it was beneficial to their surroundings. Thanks for listening.
She's gotta go.